Welcome, people of the World Wide Web. So it's the weekend and it's another movie review, and as the title will know, it's Asteroid City. So there's a lot more to take into this. So if anybody's seen the trailer, it seems a little weird. What the trailer depicts is that there is a little town. You don't really know where. There was a meteorite that hit this area many hundreds of years ago, and it's kind of a landmark. There is, I think, like 90 people that are situated in this little place, and that there is like this event that's coming on. Every year they have an event to commemorate the asteroid, and this is what this is kind of about. And then I don't want to go into much. That's kind of the premise in a nutshell. There is actually a lot more to it. It was all right. I'll give you that. I'll straight off the bat. Like, it was all right. There's nothing after the credit scenes. If you've ever seen any of Wes Anderson's films, so I think The Grand Budapest Hotel is the only one I've seen. So expect that kind of sameness. For me, I say, like, they added there is an element that you don't really see in the trailer, which I think was good. But I'm not quite sure of the whole story on a whole and why it was there. And there was a few bits for me that just seemed a little it didn't quite make sense, but I'll get into that and that. So I'll slap up the spoiler review now because there's a lot to talk about, and I say there's a lot that actually isn't shown, which I think is kind of a good idea. I like trailers that don't really give much away. And yeah, so spoiler review's up, so let's get going. So when you start this film, this is where the thing is. The trailer obviously shows you it's about a little city, blah blah blah. What it doesn't actually show you is this is actually a kind of realization of a stage play. So this literally, as soon as it starts, Bryan Cranston, his narrator, he's on stage and he's going, right, welcome to the auditorium, blah 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 blah. This is Asteroid City. There are three acts. The first one is today, the Arc 2 is tomorrow, and then Arc 3 will be in a week's time, and that's what journey. It shows the actors and actresses and the stage and some of the scenes and stuff that's going on there. Then it kind of realises it in a real world kind of movie, but flips back to the scenes of the person who created it, some of the actors and the producers and stuff like that. And they use these cutbacks to include a lot of other people, a lot of other famous people. I say, like, you've seen the list. If you've seen, like, there's loads of famous people. Wes Anderson likes having little cameos here and there. And that's it. And yeah, so it starts off with the first day. This tour bus come to this town. This dad, his car breaks down, and basically it's all these people kind of come into this event for the commemorative for the asteroid. An alien comes, takes the asteroid, the government lock it down, and that's why you have, like, today they all get there, the next day they have kind of the event, a week, and then they're put in quarantine because the alien comes, and a week later they kind of get out of the quarantine. And it kind of is settled around the kind of interactions with all the different people that sit around there. So yeah, there's loads of different actors and that, and then you get to see some of the actors playing, like, the leads, and then what they were kind of in real life and stuff. And yeah, it's a very bizarre kind of, I say, like, it's very good that it hides that fact that it's actually a stage show and this is just a realisation of a stage show. The story from start to finish shows connections, but it doesn't really lead anywhere. It just is literally like if you took say, like, you went on holiday and you went to a hotel to stay there on the way to so-and-so, it would be like somebody recording like 2 or 3 days at that hotel, and all the different guests and what they did for like 1 or 2 days they were at that hotel. Like, nothing of a big story, just loads of kind of little stories and how people interconnect. But I say, little Zamien out there, I thought it was a little weird. I was expecting it to be more of something, but maybe it's more to Wes Anderson's taste. And as I've said, I've only seen the Grand Budapest Hotel. The only standout for me in this was Bryan Cranston, so he is the narrator. He also has a little bit of a funny scene in it, and I wish there was a little bit more like that. Otherwise, you know, appealing. Having not seen No Hard Feelings, and Jennifer Lawrence decides to go full front on that. Scarlett Johansson does it as well in this movie, and it's still like, okay, I'm not sure, it must be an artsy thing. So yeah, and it is rated as a 12. This is the thing that I obviously standards in the UK to America and stuff may be a bit different, but yeah, it's a 12A I think rated film, but you have full frontal nudity from a woman. Just warning you, if you're seeing this, if you think, oh yeah, my child might like Wes Anderson films, just be aware that that's in there. But other than that, yeah, it's a bit strange. I mean, I rate this as a kind of very reluctant 5. It was worth the watch. It's not something I will revisit. It's not something I would probably buy unless they brought out an edition with a lot more features on it and a lot more of an explanation of the film, and then it made sense. To me, it was, as I say, it's a mishmash of people, but with no real meaning. I didn't connect with any of the characters. Like, some of them I liked and the stories I liked, but it literally seems that just a mishmash of characters who meet over a period of like a week and a day. That's it. How you can commission a film and get it produced with all the high actors, I don't know. Wes Anderson obviously is a talented person and does it, but that's it. So that has been my review for Asteroid City. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have you seen this? What were your thoughts and opinions on it? Was I wrong? You know, have I missed something crucial that maybe I need to go back and rewatch it? Otherwise, I've been Cypher Sigma, and I'll see you in the next one.